We are live. This is Literary Roadhouse. One short story once a week. I'm Anais.
I'm Maya.
I'm Rami.
And I'm Gerald.
And this week we're deviating from our usual type of story to read one of Neil Gaiman's early playful short works. We're discussing The Case of 4 and 20 Blackbirds, which you can read for free on his website, neilgaiman.com, under Cool Stuff. So this noir mystery takes place in Nursery Land, where a knockout blonde dame alleging to be Humpty Dumpty's sister visits Detective Jack Horner and claims that Humpty Dumpty didn't fall off that wall. He was pushed. Little Jack Horner is on the case and connects the recent deaths of Dr. Foster and Cock Robbins to the Dumpty mystery, reveals the real motives at play and the real killers.
Good summary. Excellent.
Oh, Anais.
That's Spanish, really.
Yeah.
The summary was longer than the story.
It might have been. So I don't want to go first. So just top level, how did everybody feel about this story?
I liked it.
You did?
I did, yes. It was a very pleasant story, very clever story. So yeah, it wasn't. I didn't have to work too hard at it.
I'll say that I understand why Maya wants to murder me, because we can't really, I don't know how we're going to get a discussion out of this. I still liked it, but I don't think it's a story that lends itself to discussing, even though I did have fun with it.
Yes, I also thought it was fun. And as Gerald said before we started recording, it's nice to have this as sort of a palate cleanser every once in a while.
See, we already had a palate cleanser. We had Alice Munro. We don't need another one. Here's my issue with Neil Gaiman. I really want to like him. I like him as an individual. Same kind of issue I have with Junot Diaz. Like, I like him. I like his way. I like listening to him talk. Everything I've read from him has been really hit and miss for me. And the problem I have with him is that I can see so much skill, but the substance, like underneath the basic story, I don't find a lot to chew on. The one piece of work that he's done that I really enjoyed was Ocean at the End of the Lane. I loved that book. I absolutely loved it. But when I read Stardust, it felt the same as this. It was fun, but it's not going to stick with me. There's no real substance underneath, like this happened and this happened and this happened. And that frustrates me. There is a short story of his that I understand is a lot more literary, and I wish we'd read that, because this is just another Stardust for me. It's cute, it's clever, nothing really there underneath the hood.
Yeah, I'd say he wasn't trying to put anything beneath the hood. I feel like one day he was just like, oh, what if there was like, you know, you connect the Nursery Rhymes like a mystery thriller, and then he just did it. You know what I mean? Like, this is really, really playful. And I think I expected, I don't know why, I think when I chose it just randomly, I was like, let's just like do something different. Because I feel like you're right. We did a palate cleanser with Alice Munro. But because we do a lot of literary fiction, I feel like this podcast is a lot of like, and then someone died and everybody cried, and it's very heavy. And I wanted something light, you know, like let's do something a little brighter. And this delivered that lightness and that brightness. But yeah, it didn't have substance. And I feel like there must be a way to have lightness and brightness with substance as well. Like,
yeah, I know there's a way. We've seen it in other authors. You know, even I would say George Saunders, a lot of his stories are very funny and very light, but there's still an undercurrent of something deep to think about after you read his stories. And that's what I'm lacking in Neil Gaiman. And everybody loves Neil Gaiman, so I always feel bad, and I kind of keep my opinion to myself. But I've always been disappointed by him, except for Ocean at the End of the Lane. And that made me even more disappointed in his other works, because then I could really see what an amazing writer he truly is.
I feel like there's like two kinds of Neil Gaiman fans. There's the people who love Stardust, and I feel like Ocean at the End of the Lane is like a crossover for the two groups. There's like the Stardust graphic novel comic type people, Sandman fans, and then there's like the hardcore like American Gods, Good Omens, which I think is the camp I'm more a part of. Not that there's no crossover, there's tons of crossover, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like, I don't know, American Gods and Good Omens has a lot of meat to chew on. They're full novels, they're really colorful, and they also have some lightness, but they also have a lot of darkness. This is definitely in the camp of fluff sounds mean, but sometimes fluff is fine, right? Like fluff is also fun.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's like it. I mean, it's Pulp Fiction, isn't it? It's this sort of Raymond Chandler type PI, wisecracking PI, and he's got that style perfectly. I think he's the execution of the Pulp Fiction PI story. I thought he got that absolutely spot on, and yeah, and mixing it in with Nursery Rhymes, I thought it was just it came across to me as an experiment, and he said, "Oh, what would happen if?" And he did it, and I enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
It's funny you say he hit that like wisecracking style spot on. I feel like he was parodying it a little bit. It was campy, right? So he didn't mimic it in a earnest way. He's like kind of making fun of it, which was hilarious. Like the one where I like laughed out loud was like that she had a body, or no, gave him a look that would induce heavy breathing in a pumpkin. I'm like, what?
Yeah, totally. There were some really funny lines in this. There was a couple spots where I laughed out loud, but looking back, I couldn't tell you where those spots were. It's really weird how the story doesn't really stick with me.
A few lines stuck out for me. I really liked the descriptive, I don't know, are they metaphors? When he's describing the Queen of Hearts or Humpty's sister.
Yeah.
Which made me wonder, what would Humpty's sister look like? I can't see her being that curvy unless it's just one big curve. I mean, she's an egg, right?
Well, it wasn't actually. It didn't turn out to be.
I know she has a couple legs, but
no, she's the Queen of Hearts, isn't she? That's who she is.
Yeah, so it didn't turn out to be his sister.
She was just faking.
Yeah.
She lost her nose, just
Yeah.
I didn't get that. So is the Queen of Hearts what's up with? Is this part of the story or something?
What?
Does anyone know about this?
What?
Yeah, about
the Queen of Hearts.
What about it? What's the question?
They didn't really make a connection of what does it mean that her nose got pecked off, or that was.
There's a nursery rhyme about someone having their nose pecked off. Do you guys remember it?
Yeah.
4 and 20 Blackbirds baked in a pie.
No, I don't.
No,
it's not in that one. That's
No,
the
it's
one
not
where she eats
that
the
one.
bread and honey.
Yeah, that's the bread and honey. Which one is the one where they peck off their nose? The Eyeballs of Cinderella. There is a nursery rhyme where their noses get pecked off.
Yeah.
That's gonna bug me.
Was it the Queen of Hearts? The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts all on a summer's day, or something like that.
No, the Queen of Hearts doesn't have her nose pecked off. I'm actually having to look it up because it's gonna totally bug me for the rest of the day. Oh! Sing a Song of Sixpence. Yes. Yep. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? The king was in his counting house, counting out his money. The queen was in the parlor, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, hanging out the clothes, when down came a blackbird and picked off her nose.
That's right. Picked off the maid's nose, but yeah.
But so he was wrong. He got it
wrong.
He was playing with it. And you know what? That's the part that I really appreciated of his work. He is clever and he has fun. And I struggle with him writing adult fiction because truly his gift is children's fiction that's slightly dark. He is so good at that.
But you have to read American Gods, and then you'll be like, oh, wait.
Yeah, I know I have to read American Gods, but I've been burnt so much by him, I'm scared. Everyone tells me, you'll love it, you'll love it, you'll love it. But every time somebody says that to me about Neil Gaiman, I hate it. So now I'm scared.
Yeah.
It's a thing. But yeah, I appreciate how clever he was. You know, things like Coraline. He's just so gifted with the cleverness and that dark view that you have in real childhood, not the childhood we like to pretend children have, but actual childhood can be dark. Like your imagination can go to some really dark places when you're 6, 7, 8 years old. And he gets right in there and he understands that mind. And I'm like, stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the problem is it's hard to discuss. Although I will say one thing that kind of annoyed me was there was a few places where you already figured out the nursery rhyme character he had put in, and then he tells you later like you hadn't gotten it yet. I'm like, no, don't do that. Like we got there.
Yeah.
But it's good for kids because not all kids have heard
Yeah.
those nursery rhymes. Some of these nursery rhymes are really old.
It's true. Yeah. And also I was like kind of Googling whenever I saw a word, I'm like, this is probably a thing, right? Like I already have that kind of instinct. So
Yeah, I would say I remembered a good deal of them. I did not remember Little Jack Horner. But most of the others,
Or
I
Georgie
remember
Porgy.
the nursery rhyme. Yeah, I remember Georgie Porgy. But, I had a full collection of Golden books as a kid, so I actually heard a lot of these nursery rhymes.
yeah. So we hit the problem.
Yeah.
Yes, we are at 11 minutes and 30 seconds, and that is including a 10-minute 10-second audio check. And we're already hitting the lull. This is the problem.
But that's fine. With a little break. Our listeners who are faithfully reading every week would be like, oh, look at this. We're not reading about people dying.
They don't dig in for an 11-minute podcast. They want us to tear stories apart. It just doesn't lend itself to it. I mean, this is the parable
People
problem.
died in this.
Yeah,
Died
a
in
lot of
this
people
too.
died in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but it didn't die in a way you're supposed to care about.
I've
Ooh.
never read
The egg.
I've never read Dick Tracy, but I imagine this is how a Dick Tracy comic would sound.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I've
found
never
the
read one.
beginning to be so just cliche that it was very cute, He's drinking and he's just, tired, and then Dame walks in. That's like every single noir detective thing ever.
And also going to the barkeep is cleaning the thing with the old t-shirt. Like just the whole thing.
Yeah. It was nailed. It was really,
what
really
was
nailed.
one where he goes to the part of town where
Where
his
his
line is like,
snitches?
they're just supposed to never go. Like the cops go in threes if they go
If at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like okay.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna rate it?
I think so.
I
Okay.
think so.
The game will be
rated it
just as
2.
long.
What do you guys want?
Oh, good.
Yeah, I gave it a 2.
You gave it a 2? You're so mean. I'm giving
What?
it a 3.5. Because if a 3 is down the middle where I don't care, a half for chuckles.
I really didn't care. I didn't care about any of the characters. It gave me a couple chuckles. That's it. It didn't stick with me. There was nothing like interesting or novel to me about it. The best thing I can say is it was clever. It was a 2.
Okay.
Cool.
3.5.
4.
What?
Really, Gerald?
Yeah, really, because it
You really liked it.
it entertained me. It was cleverly
Okay.
written. The
Hey,
writing
that is
was-
legitimate. That is
The writing was
legitimate.
good.
Yeah.
It was very clever the way he worked the characters into the story, and the nursery rhymes into the storyline, into the plot. And I really enjoyed it, and I chuckled, and I was very happy to read it, and I read it again, and I enjoyed it a second time too. So
And this just goes to show that sometimes you want a Michelin star and sometimes McDonald's hits the right spot.
That's kind of, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying is we've been having a lot of like meals that you need to like think about and brood over, and then
I like my Michelin stars. Come
I
on
know,
now. It's
but-
a literary Roadhouse. It's not parable Roadhouse. It's not light fiction with no substance Roadhouse. It's literary Roadhouse.
like once every few months we can just like woo.
Rami, stick up for me.
No, you're gonna be disappointed.
You liked
I'm gonna
it
give
too,
it.
didn't you?
Yeah, and I think it's a good lesson in creativity. Like you can teach students, like this is an example of how to be creative. And for that reason, I'll give it a 5.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Okay, none of this is surprising. I mean, this is Gerald's genre. Gerald, right? Like
Yeah,
these
but
ones
on what
love-
planet is Remy?
This is totally a Rabby story. Are you kidding me? I'm surprised they didn't give it a 6. He probably tried to give it a 6 and then was like shamed by all of our negative comments down to a 5.
Yeah.
I think you must be right.
And the thing is full of parables, isn't it?
It is. It is a Ramy story. Oh man, but
Like
a
a hydro
5.
We shouldn't go into crime in Nursery Land.
There you
But
go.
come on,
see.
it didn't have any positive morals. People
Right.
died. He was drinking. He was busy looking at her eggs. Like,
Yeah,
didn't that
what happened? He died. And he died because of it.
No, he didn't
So you
die. The
shouldn't
policeman
do
and
this.
the queen shot each other. He got out fine.
No, I'm talking about Humpty. Humpty started out as a
Well, Humpty wasn't
fresh-faced
looking at her egg.
Yeah.
then he fell into trouble.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
and our guy and the bad guys were got their comeuppance. And
Oh, goodness gracious.
there you go.
Also, I like how he was alluding to Nursery Rhymes till the end, because at the very end, for no reason, he's like, "Oh, it started raining, so I called the tourist board to complain." I was like, "What?" It took me a second to be like, "Oh, rain, rain, go away." I'm like, "Wait, he
Oh,
doesn't
really?
stop, never stop."
No, he didn't stop.
I didn't get that reference.
Yeah.
You did.
See?
Like, why is he complaining about the rain? Oh, right, Nursery Land. That's what you do.
Yep, Nursery Land. Okay, well, that was possibly the fastest literary roadhouse we've ever done. I hope you've got a good game. I am submitting another story from Banana Writers, and he's gonna hate me because I'm assuming it's full of death because it's called The Sociopath's Lesson on Greed by Sayara Amara.
Okay.
Looks interesting, has a pretty picture.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, because I don't read these things. I just pick random.
Look at the pictures, yeah. I'll try and lift things up a little bit with Gabriel Garcia Marquez again, a very old man with enormous wings.
We read that already.
Did we?
Yeah, pick another one of his. Yeah, it was the first year. I think it was probably like within the first 6 months.
Maybe I was not here or something.
No, you were
Oh
here.
yeah, I think he was. We had a guest on, so he was on a caravan trip.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
he was on the
Yeah.
caravan trip. It was such a great story. He would have loved it.
Okay.
But pick another one of his because I want to read more
Yeah,
Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
that's good.
Say that 5 times fast. Matter of fact, why don't we just put unknown Gabriel Garcia story and then just give it to him?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, they need me to choose this. I'll choose something.
Okay, Ramy, what are you going to submit? Because he's choosing a different story because we already read that one.
The Monkey's Paw by W.W. Jacobs.
Oh my god.
Is it a parable?
You've tried that
I
one
haven't
before.
changed for the last few weeks.
Anise, is it a parable? Do you know?
I don't know, but isn't a monkey's paw like a charm that like curses you
Yeah,
or
it's a charm that
something?
curses you.
Yeah,
But it's a parable.
it probably.
It's interesting
Probably
because when I
fair.
had first suggested it, everyone had a different reaction. They're like, ooh,
Ye-
interesting. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I like monkey's paws. But after hearing your rating of this story, now I just really don't trust you.
I don't know how it could have taken this long. You made
we
fun
love
of me.
you, Remy.
Have we read The Handsomest Drowned Man in the World?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we did.
We read everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
the most handsome
Garcia.
man in the world.
Marquez short stories.
Okay.
Annie's, have fun cutting this out. Read 10 stories by him online for free. So
That's
here
right.
we go. Oh, you're on that same link
Yeah.
over at Open Culture?
The Autumn of the Autumn of the Patriarch.
We have not read that.
And it's from the New Yorker, so it must be good. There we go. Autumn of the
You know I
Patriarch.
love my New Yorker.
There you go. Just for you.
The New Yorker.
Joe,
makes me
can you say it so when I cut all this out, it makes sense?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm suggesting that we read Gabriel Garcia Marquez and The Autumn of the Patriarch.
Yay! Okay, so the quiz is more nursery rhyme mysteries. So I'm
Awesome.
gonna ask.
Nursery Mysteries?
Yeah, well, no, it's just like what happened in this nursery. rhyme. So I'm gonna make it a little interesting. I do have multiple choice, but if you get it first without the multiple choice, you get 2 points. If you need the multiple choice, you get 1 if you get it right.
That's a
So-
cool rule.
But here's the thing. If you're like, oh, I know this, it's totally a lamp, and you're wrong, that's it. You can't go multiple choice. So you better know it for sure to get 2 points. Make sense?
Oh, this is hard.
It's not hard because if you don't know, then you can do multiple choice for 1 point.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
Okay. In the order I have it goes Gerald first.
Okay.
So Gerald.
Go, Gerald.
Yes.
What object did Jack jump over so nimbly and quickly?
This is hard.
Multiple choice.
What?
You had children.
Did
And
he
it's an
jump
English
over?
one.
Did he jump over? I think they're all English. Did he jump over a cat, a candlestick, a pail of water?
Candlestick.
A candlestick. 1 point.
Could
Okay,
have been
Maya.
anything.
What did Jack break after he and Jill fell down the hill?
Broke his crown.
Yes, 2 points. Very good. You could do it out loud if it helps. This is audio. She's like doing it in her head, the whole rhyme. Okay. Rami, at what time did the mouse run up the clock?
Multiple choice.
Was it at 1, 2, or 3?
That's not helpful.
Maybe sing the rhyme.
That was so cute. He just sounded so just
One.
resigned.
1. Very good. It was at 1. Okay. Back to Gerald.
Yep.
What was Little Miss Muffet eating?
Curds and whey.
Yes, 2 points. Maya, when the cow jumped over the moon, who laughed at that?
I know this. I'm trying to remember the beginning of the nursery rhyme. If I can just remember the beginning, I'll remember the end. Okay.
Multiple?
Yeah, I know this.
Was
too.
it the silver spoon, the grinning cat, the little dog?
Silver spoon?
Nope, it was the
I
little dog.
bombed it. It was cat.
No, it was the
cat.
dog. Dog.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that nursery rhyme. It was like right here, right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Rami.
Hmm.
What was little Bo Peep advised to do when she lost her sheep?
Rami, you got this.
Multiple choice.
Leave them alone, search the meadow, ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Nope. Okay, last round.
What was it? What was it?
Oh, leave them alone. It's so boring.
Welcome home.
Yeah,
Okay.
you better do that because I'm about this close to breaking out into 80s music.
Okay. All right, Gerald.
See his expression.
Yes.
Who cut off the tails of the 3 blind mice?
Farmer's wife.
Yes. 2 points.
Oh,
Maya. What did the old woman who lived in a shoe give her children for dinner?
It wasn't a woman who lived in the shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. So with them all. Whoa, just a second. She whipped them all soundly and sent them to bed. She gave them some butter without any bread and whipped them all softly. No? Now I want these 2 points. I want these 2 points. I'm like, did she send him to bed without any supper? No, that's old Mother Hubbard. No.
Oh, Mother Hubbard didn't have a bone for her dog.
Yeah, exactly. No, she gave them some butter without any bread.
No. I think she gave him some broth without any bread.
Ah, I knew it was something without bread.
Something with a B, yeah. Okay, Rami.
Hmm.
This is just for fun because you can't win. Gerald wins. But
Yes.
what were on the toes of the fine lady on the white horse at Banbury Cross?
Oh, I love this one.
Or toe rings.
No.
What?
I
Bells.
lost.
Bells, yeah.
Bells on
Yeah.
her fingers and bells on her toes so that she jingles wherever she goes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Gerald won.
Hey!
So what are we reading?
We are reading. Hang on. We're reading
Like,
The
what are we
Daughter of
reading?
the Patriarch by Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
But before you go, listener be nimble, listener be quick. Jump over to our website and tell us what you think. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, review some more on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spreaker. And follow us on Twitter at Lit Roadhouse. Baba Black Sheep, have we any more? Yes, sir. The Literary Roadhouse Book Club is a monthly show that discusses full fiction novels. And lastly, we sang a song of sixpence and got a pocket full of rye. Help contribute to our podcast at patreon.com/literary roadhouse. Every bit helps. And as always, share this podcast with the old woman who lives in a shoe. Until next time, read a good story.
How in the world did you say that with a straight face?
I practiced.
I was like, that was brilliant.
Oh,
Oh my
Oh,
goodness,
yeah.
that was so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
oh.
Okay,
Okay.
there we go.
Bucket of rye.
This recorder is working really good. I'm very happy with it.
Good. And you can name it right away and all that.
Yeah, exactly. And supposedly I'm supposed to be able to upload it directly from my phone to Drive, but last week it didn't work. So I'll figure that out.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Sweet. Okay. Oh, let me go off air. How about that?